Hello, everyone. The negotiation I'm examining today is the 360 deal between hip hop entrepreneur Jay-Z and concert promoter Live Nation. I'll give you a brief background information about the negotiation. Jay-Z has currently stepped down as CEO and president from Def Jam to pursue new entrepreneur ventures. Although stepping down as CEO and president, Jay-Z will remain an artist under Def Jam on the label One More Album. His latest release, American Gangster, only sold 1 million copies, and that's a huge decline from previous releases. Live Nation is currently the world's largest music promoter, who is looking to expand his business to artist representation. Recently, Live Nation signed superstars such as Madonna and YouTube to these million-dollar 360 deals. The negotiation terms between Live Nation and Jay-Z include startup revenue, profit sharing, tour promotion, merchandise handling, music publishing, and licensing. Jay-Z's position up in this negotiation is to obtain startup revenue for his label Roc Nation and to establish revenue from touring. Live Nation position up in this deal is to obtain profit sharing with Roc Nation and add Jay-Z to his roster before beginning his own ticket enterprise in 2009. After stepping down from Def Jam, Jay-Z is interested in obtaining his next corporate role and exploring his options as an entrepreneur. Jay-Z is also motivated to pursue this 360 deal because he is interested in operating as an indie record label. Another underlying interest of Jay-Z is to make revenue like indie bands from tours because of the decline in record sales across the industry. Live Nation is interested up in this 360 deal because it wants to compete with major record labels and make a strong presence up in the music industry. Live Nation is also interested in having rights to music distribution, concert ticket sales, and music licensing, and control over established artists' career. 360 negotiation between Jay-Z and Live Nation involved three concepts that we learned up in class: how to separate the people from the problem, establish the objective criteria, and heed to the other party's core concern. One of the problems that arose up in the deal was the fact that Jay-Z still owed Def Jam another album regarding his last contract. Live Nation was able to separate Jay-Z from the problem by negotiating to give him $5 million for overhead for that album. Live Nation also negotiated to give Jay-Z $10 million per album for 3 albums. Live Nation chose to negotiate a deal with Jay-Z, eliminating the problem of trying to get him out of the contract with Def Jam. The objective criteria used in the 360 deal between Jay-Z and Live Nation was the agreement Live Nation met with Madonna. Live Nation reached a $100 million deal for Madonna that included tour merchandise and recording rights. This was set up as a fast standard for Jay-Z because his deal also included tour merchandise, but Jay-Z's deal included music publishing and financing for Roc Nation, and that resulted in the extra $50 million. Live Nation also addressed Jay-Z's anonymity, status, and role in the negotiation. Live Nation allowed Jay-Z, who was a previous CEO and president of Def Jam, to keep his status as CEO of Roc Nation. Live Nation did not negotiate an agreement that would place Jay-Z under a record label. They heeded to Jay-Z's core concerns by allowing him to have total control over Roc Nation, which made profit sharing as a mutual benefit. What went well up in this negotiation was the ability of both parties to recognize the other party's interests. The optimal solution of this negotiation was only obtained because Jay-Z understood Live Nation's underlying interest to operate in the music industry not only as a concert promoter, but have influence in the artists' careers. Live Nation was able to recognize Jay-Z's core concerns in this negotiation. As a result, terms were made that were beneficial to both parties. What went wrong up in this negotiation was the fact that Live Nation 360 deal with Jay-Z would cause Live Nation to have to sign another label to release the album because Live Nation is not set up as a CD distributor. If Live Nation would have focused on Def Jam's core concerns, a better deal could have been met for all three parties. The agreement reached in the 360 deal between Jay-Z and Live Nation as follows: an agreement for a 10-year contract worth $150 million. Jay-Z will receive $50 million for startup finances for Roc Nation. $30 million will be used for 3 albums. $25 million will be used for touring, and $25 million will be another advancement that Jay-Z will receive. Jay-Z will also receive another $20 million for promoting his tours. The 10-year contract will allow Live Nation to earn revenue from all of Jay-Z's entrepreneurial ventures. My final thoughts. I believe the agreement between Live Nation and Jay-Z will foster a long-term relationship. With record sales down and Jay-Z not known for being a big tour artist, this deal will allow Live Nation to enhance Jay-Z's tour presence by using their influence. Jay-Z operating as an indie record label with no influence from major record labels will allow him to be more creative with his releases. I believe after the contract has been fulfilled, Jay-Z will assume a position as president of Live Nation just like he did for Def Jam.